They told you not to question. They told you not to taste. But what if those warnings weren't for your protection? What if I told you you were supposed to eat the forbidden fruit? What if the serpent wasn't the villain, but the key, the one who understood what was truly at stake? And what if the garden wasn't about obedience, but about awakening? Your awakening. If you've ever felt there's more to the story, you're in the right place. In this video, we're going to decode what religion never told you, and why ancient civilizations like Egypt and Sumer carried a different version of Eden, a version they didn't want you to find, one that doesn't shame the fall, but celebrates the rise, because the fall was the first initiation. And understanding it could change everything you think you know about yourself. Stay with me. So let's begin with what we've been told, that Eden was paradise, until humanity messed it all up by disobeying. That knowledge was forbidden, that your own curiosity, your desire to know, was somehow a sin leading to suffering. But what if that narrative was deliberately constructed? What if the story was reversed? What if the real sin was to remain ignorant? Consider this. In Hebrew, the word for serpent, nachash, also means to shine or to whisper knowledge. Does that sound like a deceiver or something far more profound? This isn't a beast of temptation. It's a symbol of transformation, an initiator, a giver of Gnosis, the very thing you've been seeking. They say Eve was deceived, but what if she was the bravest of all? In Gnostic texts that were banned and buried for centuries, and you have to wonder why, Eve is not fallen. She is the first to awaken, the one who reaches for divine consciousness, not in defiance, but in remembrance of what she truly was. And doesn't it make you wonder, why would a creator place a tree of knowledge in paradise and then command ignorance? What was so dangerous about that knowledge? Or who was it dangerous to? The truth is, the original story isn't about sin. It's about control. It's about keeping you from your divine inheritance. Because to awaken, to know, is to become dangerous to the systems built on blind obedience. Systems that might still be trying to keep you asleep today. And this isn't just some reinterpretation of one story. This is a pattern. Ancient Egypt, Sumer, and the Kabbalah all speak of divine knowledge hidden in symbols, not forbidden to punish you, but concealed to protect the sacred from the profane until you were ready to understand. In Egypt, knowledge was guarded by temples and taught only through initiation. In Sumer, gods brought tablets of destiny, keys of law and wisdom. And in Kabbalah, Eden is the first sephira, the crown, a divine state we fall from and are meant to return to. All of them agree. Consciousness is a journey. The fall is not a curse. It's the beginning of the path, your path. What if eating the fruit wasn't a mistake, but a memory of your soul's purpose, a trigger for your own evolution? But if the serpent is a guide, then who is trying to stop you from listening? This is what I am revealing next. Every myth, every ancient story hides a code, and at the core of Eden's riddle, a battle still rages. It's a war between two powerful archetypes, the serpent and the architect. And trust me, you have both inside you right now. The serpent, as we've seen, brings Gnosis, divine self-knowledge, raw, intuitive, and direct. The architect, on the other hand, brings structure, hierarchy, law, limitation. Now, both are necessary forces, but the question is, which one is dominating your world, internally and externally? Because one seeks to awaken, the other to contain. This isn't a new idea. In Sumerian myth, Enki was a serpent deity who gave forbidden wisdom to humanity. And what was his reward? He was punished by the higher gods for empowering mortals. Sound familiar? In Egypt, Seth represented chaos, not evil, but the disruptive force necessary for change. And in Gnosticism, the demiurge, often seen as a flawed creator or false god, creates the material world to trap souls in illusion. Is your reality shaped by a similar, limiting architecture? So here's the twist, the part they don't highlight in Sunday school. In these original myths, the supposed bad guy is often the liberator, the one who breaks the program, the one who desperately wants you to remember what you truly are, to remember your power. Now hold that thought and compare this with the mainstream creation stories we know. In conventional Christianity, God creates, commands, forbids. In Islam, Iblis is cast out for refusing to bow, not to God, but to Adam. A refusal to accept a new hierarchy? In Hinduism, the cosmic dance of Shiva destroys illusion to awaken reality. And in Buddhism, the illusion isn't a garden called Eden. It's all of Maya, the veil of perceived reality. Are you starting to see the pattern? Each story, in its own way, encodes the same fundamental truth. That liberation, your liberation, begins the moment you question the command, not in arrogance, but in courage. The forbidden fruit is not an act of rebellion. It's an initiation into a larger reality. An invitation you might have been waiting your whole life for. The serpent doesn't steal truth, it restores it. It whispers the reminder you've almost forgotten. You are more than they told you. You were born to remember. And the architect, often out of fear or a desire for order, builds the religions, the laws, the dogmas, not always to uplift, but to contain that explosive potential within you. So take a moment and really ask yourself, which voice is currently running your life? The one that says, bow, submit, obey, or the one that says, rise, question, awaken? The answer to that question is the key to everything that comes next, because that forbidden fruit might be the very medicine your soul needs. Let's explore how next. We've been conditioned, haven't we? Taught that eating the fruit was a sin, a terrible, irreversible mistake. But what if this so-called sin wasn't a poison at all? What if it was a hidden medicine, a necessary ingredient for your real growth? Ancient alchemists knew this secret. To create gold, you first must embrace the raw, messy, imperfect lead. What lead in your life is waiting to be transformed? Think about it. The story explicitly says eating the fruit opened their eyes. It brought knowledge, awareness. Yes, it came with challenges, the awareness of good and evil. But isn't that the definition of life itself? This forbidden knowledge isn't a curse designed to break you. It's the catalyst for becoming truly human, truly aware. The serpent didn't just offer a piece of fruit, it offered the key to unlock a deeper, more authentic part of yourself. What if the only real sin is refusing to learn, refusing to see, refusing to grow? This concept isn't new. Many ancient traditions whisper about this sacred wound, or even a divine poison. And they didn't fear it, they revered it. Shamans, for instance, sometimes used powerful psychoactive plants, things that could be seen as dangerous if misused, to bring incredible healing and profound insight. The secret then and now is always in how you use the knowledge, how you integrate the experience. The Eden story, from this perspective, isn't about being punished for your natural curiosity. It's an invitation to become your own healer, your own alchemist, turning the forbidden parts of your life, your mistakes, into priceless wisdom. So let's make this personal. What forbidden fruits have you tasted in your life? Think about them, the experiences that broke you open, the truths that were incredibly hard to swallow. Society, perhaps even a part of you, might have labeled them as failures or regrets. But don't see them that way any longer. See them as ingredients. The universe isn't punishing you, it's challenging you, inviting you to transform your lead into gold. The real power, the lasting transformation, isn't in avoiding the fall, because life will inevitably present challenges. It's in learning how to rise from it, stronger, wiser, and more authentically you. Are you ready to see your scars not as damage, but as stars? Because this ancient drama isn't just history, it's happening right now. The Garden of Eden, the serpent, the all-powerful architect who declares, "Don't touch." These aren't just dusty old stories for scholars to debate. They are alive. They're playing out right now all around you, and perhaps most powerfully, even inside your own head. Because the desire to control what you know, what you think, and what you dare to question is a timeless game. But who is the architect today, and what fruit, what knowledge are they desperately trying to keep you from tasting? The answer might surprise you. Today's forbidden fruits don't hang on trees. They're the uncomfortable questions, the ideas that challenge the comfortable status quo, the inconvenient truths that systems of control, be they political, corporate, or even social, don't want you to discover. The modern architect isn't one single being. It's the media subtly shaping your thoughts, the algorithms meticulously deciding what you see and what you don't see, the unspoken rules of society that gently, or not so gently, keep you in line, often without you even realizing you're being guided. So, here's a critical question for you. Are you truly thinking for yourself, or are your thoughts, your beliefs, even your desires, being programmed? But even in this modern Eden, the serpent's whisper, that persistent call to awaken, is still here. It's that gut feeling you get when something just isn't right. It's the burning curiosity that pushes you to dig deeper, to look behind the curtain. It's the quiet courage that allows you to ask, why? It's the inner scientist, the intuitive artist, the relentless seeker in you who refuses to just accept things at face value. This inner voice, this guiding intuition, is your greatest ally in breaking free. The real question is, are you brave enough to listen to it? Or has the architect's voice become too loud, too convincing? The fall today can look like being utterly overwhelmed by information, yet starved of real, actionable wisdom. It can manifest as the deceptive comfort of conformity, or the paralyzing fear of being different, of being ostracized. But recognizing these invisible walls, these modern forms of Eden, is the absolute first step to your freedom. The real forbidden fruit now, the one with the most transformative power, is the courage to reclaim your mind, to seek your own truth, and to become the sovereign architect of your own awareness. So, I'll leave you with this to ponder before we move on. What one belief, just one, if you dared to question it, could change everything for you? Think about that. So we've journeyed through ancient stories, confronted modern illusions. What now? The journey isn't about trying to get back to some lost, perfect garden that was created by someone else. The ultimate revelation is this: you have the power right now to create your own paradise, within yourself, and by extension, in your life. The fall, seen through this lens, wasn't a mistake to be lamented for eternity. It was the moment humanity was handed the tools, awareness, choice, the knowledge of polarities, to become a conscious creator. The question is, are you ready to finally pick them up and use them? Now, to build this inner Eden, this personal paradise, you need to embrace and wisely integrate both the serpent's wisdom and the architect's most constructive qualities that reside within you. The serpent is your intuition, your deep-seated hunger for truth, your direct connection to a knowing that transcends logic. The architect, when you are its master, is your ability to create structure where it's needed, to focus your will, to build your dreams with clear intention and deliberate action. Too much of one without the other leads to chaos or crippling rigidity. The secret, the master key, is balance. How can you balance your deep intuitive knowing with focused intentional action today? When you truly eat the fruit, when you understand its profound lessons, you stop seeing the world in simplistic black and white. You start to perceive the intricate connections, the bigger holographic picture. You realize with a jolt of excitement that you're not just a pawn in some predetermined cosmic game. You are a vital player, a co-creator with the universe itself. This is the potent secret many ancient paths pointed to. The divine spark isn't just out there somewhere. It is vibrantly alive in you. Creating your own paradise means taking radical responsibility for your thoughts, your beliefs, and the energy you put out into the world. It means consciously choosing what you plant in the sacred garden of your mind. Do you see? True freedom isn't an absence of rules. It's living authentically by your own rules. Rules born from hard-won wisdom and deep self-awareness. The original sin, if there ever was one, was never about disobedience. It was about forgetting who you truly are and the incredible, inherent power you hold. You are not fallen. You are, and have always been, in the process of awakening, and that awakening is your birthright. The story of Eden, when we look at it with these new eyes, isn't really about a mistake made by distant ancestors thousands of years ago. It's about your life, right here, right now. It's a living, breathing metaphor, a reminder that the deepest truths, the real, unshakable power, the most profound understanding of who you are and what you're capable of, won't be found by blindly following what others tell you to believe. It's always found when you have the courage to taste the fruit of your own awareness, to look unflinchingly within, and to ask your own courageous questions. What is your soul truly hungry for? This journey of awakening, make no mistake, is yours and yours alone. There will always be whispers of wisdom from your inner serpent, your intuition, guiding you towards expansion. And there will always be loud commands, subtle manipulations, or fearful warnings from the architects of control, both those outside of you and those deeply ingrained inside your own conditioned mind. The choice, every single day, in every single moment, is who you listen to. Choosing the path of forbidden knowledge, the path of authentic self-discovery, isn't an act of rebellion for rebellion's sake. It's an act of profound self-love, of profound courage. You were never meant to stay in a comfortable gilded cage, no matter how safe it seems. You were supposed to eat the fruit. You were supposed to remember your innate magnificence. Now go and consciously, joyfully create your Eden. Hit like if you choose knowledge over ignorance and obedience. Subscribe to reclaim your divine inheritance, and comment below. What forbidden truth will you embrace today? Break the illusion. Share this with every seeker ready to build their own Eden.